I know a lot of videos that you find on the internet normally speak about how trading is, how things are amazing, the profitable side, the winning side, how everyone is making money from trading, but nobody really speaks about the hard truths that traders go through. So in today's video, one thing that I want to do is that I want us to break down those hard truths, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you because I've been trading for 8 years, and through my journey I've seen a lot of ups, I've seen as well a lot of downs. But one thing that I want is that I don't want beginners or people that are just getting started to be misled with information that's going to make it seem like as soon as you get in you're going to make money, or as soon as you're making money you're going to keep all that money. I want you to be able to just learn, especially from my experiences and some of the things that I was able to go through. The very first thing that I want us to speak about is trading is not easy. I understand that you'll see a lot of videos that are like trading being simplified or the strategy being simplified, and that is true. That is a strategy being simplified, or a trading, me explaining how trading works in a simplified way, because back in the olden days, how you find in the information, it was tough. You had to really try to figure out information inside of information. So what I mean is that a video would break down how things work, but in that video breakdown you had to still figure out certain things. But right now what we're doing is that we're simplifying knowledge, but at the same time it doesn't mean that it's not easy. Trading is one of the hardest and toughest industries that you can be in. Truly speaking, it's not the easiest. That's why with this, if you don't have passion, if you don't really like trading, you won't really make it far, because you are going to take a few losses here and there. It will test your faith, it will test your patience, it will test how bad you want it. And that's why you'll see a lot of people giving up and basically just coming back and saying that trading is a scam. But where I'm going with this is that it's not easy, and it's never going to be easy. In fact, it's only getting harder because the market is moving every single day. So what was working yesterday is not working today, which means that you need to continuously evolve and adapt. But the ultimate truth is that it's not easy to be able to be a profitable trader. And most people that are saying that they're profitable, it didn't take them 2 months, 3 months, or short periods of time how they make it seem. Yes, maybe it took them 2 to 3 months to learn that information, that skill, but it didn't take them 3 months for them to just automatically see profitability, because profitability is not even about you being able to get profits in the market, but it has to do a lot with the mindset. It has to do a lot with what you believe, your faith. It has to do a lot of with you as a person. So find out that you have a strategy, you have all the things that you need in order to make it to the next stage, but you as a person are not a profitable person. So automatically that's going to be a barrier, and it's going to limit you in terms of how far you can go. So the honest truth is that the market does not care about your dreams. So whatever dreams that you have, what you want to do for your family, all those big things, the market doesn't care about that. The only thing that it does is that it rewards discipline and at the same time consistency. The fact that you're able to show up each and every single day, learn, grow, evolve, become better, and at the same time be able to remain disciplined, that's when you are going to get rewarded. And truly speaking, you're not going to get rewarded today or tomorrow, you're going to get rewarded in the longer run. So one of the things that you can as well do is that you need to unlearn all the bad habits. You need to unlearn the limiting beliefs that you already have. Instead of just focusing more on learning about strategies, you need to now start also learning a bit more on about personal development. So the second thing that I want us to speak about is the reality of losses. Understand that you've seen a lot of people out there, especially when using marketing tactics or being able to just come and want to sell you something. They want to say that we have a 99% win rate, or we have a whatever, like big numbers that are like obviously going to catch your attention, because obviously you're going to be like, what? And then you will want to be a part of whatever that they're selling. But the honest truth is that there are losses, and not just two losses, not just one losses here. There are a lot of losses. You are going to have to go through a lot of losses. It's more like anything that you're doing, each and every business that you're being involved in. Even if it's a job, man, you won't just send one application to one company and you get a job, and that you have that job for the rest of your life. That happens in rare cases. You're going to send so many applications. Other companies are going to reject you, others are going to accept you, others are going to call you for invitation for the interview, but when you get there, they want to still decline you because of something. Other companies, you might not be the perfect candidate for that role. Other companies, you might work in there for 2 months, 3 months, 3 years, a few years, and then they kick you out, or you decide that you understand. But the ultimate thing is that things are not always profitable. You understand? Like your trading is the exact same thing. I see people, when they go through one negative trade, automatically they have a mindset or a mentality of, this is negative, this doesn't work, 1, 2, 3, and all. And truly speaking, the reason they have that type of a mentality is just because of the fact that they over risk. Because if you didn't over risk, you wouldn't really care on how the losses are affecting you, but instead you will be able to learn from it. So the ultimate thing is that even pro traders do lose money. Losing is part of the game. If you don't want to lose, I don't even know what you should be involved in, because with this, you are going to lose, and you are going to take, the longer you are in the markets, the more losses you're going to take. Like, let's say me, I've been trading for 8 years, and someone that just got in, or someone that has been trading for a year or two, I've lost more than that person. Even if, yes, I'm profitable, whatever the case is, but I have took more losses compared to that person. And that's what also makes me be on the other side, which means that I was able to go through those losses. People go through losses, but they don't overcome them. It's just more the same as life. A lot of people go through obstacles, challenges, all this. It's normal. Like, it's not like everyone's life is perfect. Even the richest person on earth right now is currently facing big stuff issues, you understand? Like, let's say, for instance, I know Elon Musk is going through certain things. I know Jeff Bezos is also going through certain things. But I also know that even Grant Cardone is going through certain things, FBI, all these things. Like, there's just a lot of things that are going on. But the ultimate thing is that if you're a millionaire, your problems are going to be in relation to what you are. Meaning that if my problems come to me, my problems are not going to be like 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or 5,000 or 10,000. Now, that's small, man. I can handle that today. I can deal with those problems today. But my problems are going to be in the millionaire stages, which means that I'm going to be seeing 2 million problem here, 3 million problem here, 1 million problem here, 5 million, maybe altogether my problems are worth like 10 million. And, that's my problems. And it doesn't mean that I won't overcome it, but it's because of that's where I am right now. Unlike, obviously, a person that's just having 200 or 30,000 or 2,000, that's okay, but that's where you are at the same time, and you can also get through that. But for me, that I won't really see it as a problem, because that's very small. My problems are now going to be in this level, because yes, there will be actual problems, but for me, do you understand? But my problems for someone that is doing better than me are going to be small, because find out that they are now dealing with 30 million problems, 50 million problems, 100 million worth of problems. So ultimately, where I'm going with this is that the same thing, the same way that you experience losses is the exact same way that even in life you go through problems. But it doesn't mean that when these problems or when these losses come, it's the end of the world. No, that's where you get tested. And when you are able to overcome them, you become smarter, you become braver, you've learned something from that. So the ultimate thing is, if you cannot handle losing, then you'll never win in the long run. In fact, you should not even be watching this video if you're not going to be willing to handle losses. In fact, you should not even try to be an entrepreneur. You should just get something that is safe, secured, or whatever the case is. In fact, I don't even know if safe does work in today's age, because even a job, there are problems that are going to come with you being in the job, even if those problems are going to be the fact that you're not getting paid high enough or whatever the case is. But ultimately, as a person, you'll never be in a position whereby there's not really much problems. Even if you're a profitable trader, like, it's impossible to not be, like, right now, I did say, someone that is doing way better than me, let's say making $1 million a month, they have problems, but their problems, if I sit in their shoes, their problems are going to be too much for me, because maybe find out that their problems are like $1 million worth of problems. And for me, that'll be like, what? A lot, like, 20 million in terms of problems. Obviously, it's going to make me freak out. I'll have to, dive a bit more deeper, do a lot. But for their level, it's okay. It's just a normal thing. Just like that person that's making maybe 10K a month, but having a problem that's like 1,000. That's maybe big to them. It's 10%, but maybe it could be big to, even if it's 5,000, it could be big to them. But, when you are a bit higher, that's small. Like, I can handle, like, someone that has a 5K or 10K problem, I can solve their problem right now. But they won't be able to solve my problem, because my problem, let's say, is like 500K. Do you get it? But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So the other thing that I want us to speak about is here, when I'm breaking down the honest truth about trading, is the fact that there isn't any holy grail strategy. I know that there's people that says, guys, my strategy work. Guys, my strategy is the best. Guys, I didn't. No. Truly speaking, guys, those things are all BS, because the ultimate thing is that there's no guy that figured out a strategy, or there's no guy that's just gonna come out of nowhere and, their strategy works over everyone else. No, man, this is the market. It's very simple. It's more like, different shops. Let's look at it in terms of shops, people that are selling shops, whether it's a grocery store, whether it's a garage. Engine Garage can say to Sasol that Sasol gas is fake, and it doesn't work, and what, and their one work. Like, it doesn't really work that way. They all work. Like, they all put together, they all serve the same purpose, they all help, they all do that. And the ultimate thing here, what I'm trying to say, is that it's not a thing whereby, like, some people downplay other people's strategy in order for them to look like good. Like, let's say, for instance, I can say something like, oh, Lisiva's strategy doesn't work because of, he does this and this, and he uses this and this and this, and that doesn't work. I've tested it. So my one works because of this. So that doesn't really, it's not a good thing at the same time, because there's no holy grail strategy. The ultimate thing is all strategies work, all strategies find out that they are profitable, but it's a personality type of a thing, because find out that to you might not understand SMC, you might not understand how certain things work, let's say with Fibonacci, patterns, winning, what is it, high probability patterns, candlesticks and all those things. You might not know how to use all these things, but someone else can be able to make a lot of money using those strategies. But you find out that you're using something as simple as support and resistance, and using just support and resistance, you are profitable doing exactly that. So that's why I say it's not about whose strategy works the best. It's more on about what do you as a person like about a specific strategy. Like I remember with me, I learned so many strategies, I learned so many things, and I was all over the place, man. And up until I got to a level whereby I decided that let me follow what I like. So I started cutting out everything else, everything that was complicated, everything that said it works 100%. And I just focused on the most simplest strategy that made sense to me to learn. And I done that, and that's the way I actually got a breakthrough in terms of how I started seeing the charts. Because at first I'd be scared, I'd freak out. It's more like studying. Another person can say when you study, you must stay up the whole night. Another person can say when you study, you must study playing music. Another person can say when you study, you must study walking. Another person can say when you study, there's just different ways. And truly speaking, what works for you could not be what works for someone else. So that person that's maybe not sleeping is drinking Red Bull the whole night. You can drink Red Bull or whatever the case is. So you just have to find out which is the best for you and then go easier. Like if, let's say, for instance, you're looking for a mentor, don't look at what this person is selling. Just look at how do they explain something. Like for me, when I'm looking for a mentor, I'm looking at how do they explain my problem. So if my problem is I don't know how to look for support, and I see on one of their videos they explain support easy, obviously that means that I'd want to learn more from that person, because I'm able to understand them and they've simplified something. But I won't just see someone coming in with like a brand new car and then I'll be like, oh, I want to learn support from that person, because it's not in alignment with me as a person. The actual real edge comes from discipline. It doesn't come from indicators. One of the things that I actually came across, and by the way guys, if you are enjoying this video, the one thing that I need you to do is to just quickly hit that like button and as well subscribe to my YouTube channel. I notice most of you guys do like my videos, you do watch them all the way up until the end, but the only thing that you may forget to do is to press that subscribe button. So please do just make sure that you hit that button right now as we speak. Let us now break into the honest truth about trading, guys. I've been trading for ages, I did mention, so all the information that I'm giving is what I've came across, what I've seen, and what I actually, some things I dislike, some of the things I like, but I just felt like it's easier for me to address this. And the one thing is that trading psychology is everything. Truly speaking, guys, it all starts here in the mind, even in life on its own. It's not about who gets a better job, or it's not about who has, no, it's about what that person has in their mind in terms of their vision, who that person is becoming, and how you as a person are working towards that. It's the same thing with trading. If here in the head you're profitable, you know how to respect risk, trading plans, all those things, you're consistent, you show up, that's what you do every single day, you're doing the exact same, you're applying that also in the charts, you are going to be able to become a successful trader, because you're doing the habits, you're thinking properly, and you're not being misled by distractions. So that is one of the things that you need to be aware of. Fear and greed will make or break you. And if you cannot control your emotions, the market is going to control you. So it's very important to learn on how exactly you need to be able to control your emotions. So now moving over to the next point, and one of the honest truths that I've came across trading is that risk management is the difference between winners and as well losers. It's not strategy. It's not, who has the biggest account. It's not, like literally we can have the same strategy that has a 90% win rate, but your risk management and my risk management might not be the same. And that's where you might, maybe you have 50% risk management. You lose 50% of your account. On the second loss, you out. Me, I have small, like let's say even if it's 5%, but I still have a longer time in the market, because after 2 losses, you out, you can't trade anymore, you blew your account. Even if we have 100,000, that's a lot of money, yes. Even if we both have it, but you lost, you out. Let's say I was risking 5%, I lost 5K, I lost another 5K. So I'm negative 10K, you negative 100K, but it was the same strategy, the same account balance. You get it? So being able to understand how to take advantage of risk management, it's one of the best things, because I know that people out there are saying that you can do full margin, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with full margin. only if you have an income that's hitting your bank account each and every single month. When I was learning how to trade, I never had an income. Right now, I've got over 7 income streams that are coming from all angles. But when I was studying, I never had different types of incomes. So if I had, let's say, 10K in my trading account and I go full margin and I blow it, what now? What am I going to do? Do you get it? Am I going to go look for a job? No, I can't work. I can't work. There's people that can work. I can't work. I can't go look for a job. It won't work for me. So for me, it's very important to keep my money, because anyways, I'd rather sit and have that money and keep it, but like maybe be late on something. Like I'd rather have money right now sitting on me, let's say 5K, instead of rushing and paying something off and have nothing on me, because I know that that money is always going to help me be able to make more money. Like I use money to make more money. That's just the field that I'm in. The people that are doing this full margin, automatically, yes, if you don't have another income. So ultimately, the people that are saying you should full margin, those are people that are misleading you, because they don't know your finances. You full margin, you lose all your money. What now? They're not going to help you refund. But at the same time, if you have income coming in, maybe you've got a salary, you're making 20K a month, and you don't mind funding 3K every single month in your account, even if you go full margin, anyways, your salary is going to come next month. That's okay. But for me, it's not really the best mentality, because what if your salary now stops coming? Or what if emergency happens and you needed the 3K, which means that now you won't be able to trade because if you went full margin. But anyways, it's more like going 100%. If you have your net worth is $1 million and you go in a business idea with 100%, all of that, automatically, if that doesn't work, it means that you lose all that money, on which, yes, if it does work, you're going to enjoy the profits. But let's just say if it doesn't work, because it doesn't work all the time. Like I did say, you need to be open-minded for losses. And one of the things that actually came across while trading in my AGI journey is that most traders quit. A lot of people are quitters. A lot of people quit. And that is because of, like I did say, the very first thing when I started speaking was, it's not easy. Like with me, there's so many times I wanted to quit. And not just because of trading. Yes, trading was tough at some point. I was not making money. I was losing. Even after I became profitable, there were times where I was not making money while I was profitable. And that was just because of external life stuff. Because I'm a person, it's not like I'm a robot to the markets or anything. I'm a person. So find out that I'm going through personal stuff. Like things that has nothing to do with the markets. It's just my own personal things. Maybe I didn't know something and then boom, now it's catching up with me. Or maybe, I done this mistake growing up. Or maybe I done this or that. But something that catches up. And then now my attention, that becomes a distraction towards my work performance. Now, automatically, that means that I can't really give the best of my efforts in trading. I might go through losses. I might lose more. I might be, break my habits, start being a bit impatient, start doing this. And all those things, they do catch up. And then when they do catch up now, automatically, it means that I'm going to be experiencing a lot of negative. But why I'm going with this is that I've seen a lot of people quit. With me, one of the reasons I never quit is that anyways, I have nothing else to do. Like, I'd rather be a private trader locked up. I remember there was a time where I was going through a lot, like so much things that I couldn't even shoot YouTube videos anymore. Like if you look at like a few months ago, or I think a year ago, I forgot, there was a time where I was going through a lot and I was not uploading videos as much as right now, because I didn't even want to see people, because I started my journey to help people, 1, 2, 3 and all those things. But it felt like now things were against me, so it was tough. It was not nice. And I wanted to quit, but because of I don't know anything else, I only know trading. During that time, yes, I was not shooting videos anymore. I was not giving out my courses. I stopped selling courses, doing all those things. But guess what? I was trading. I was buying prop firms, trading prop firms. And that was actually when I got one of the biggest breakthroughs, because I actually became number 1 on the leaderboard of one of the prop firms that I was trading with. I got I got a massive payout. Currently, I've got multiple payouts from multiple prop firms. But that was just what I was going through, because I didn't want to be in front of people. But at the same time, I couldn't quit, because I only know if I quit, like, what am I going to do? Let's say me, if I quit, yeah, maybe I can start other businesses, do other things and all that. But truly speaking, I feel like my purpose is coming from trading. It's like someone that's a soccer player. Yeah, they'll quit eventually in the long run. But if they quit, maybe they want to start a soccer foundation, or maybe they want to do something that is related to soccer. But ultimately, where I'm going with this is that you need to be able to understand that a lot of people are going to quit. A lot of people are going to fall off. There's people that I got in this industry because I saw them succeeding and I was like, wow, this person inspires me. Only for them, like a few months when I'm in, they quit and they're no longer to be found. They deleted their socials, whatever. And I'm like, what? This person seemed like they've got it figured, but now they're not here. And it was tough, because even for me now, it took away some of my doubt. But now that I'm going through this, now that I'm in the industry, now that I'm seeing what's going on, now that I understand why those people quit, now that I've seen myself wanting to quit so many times, it only pushes me to try to just go one more. Like, like instead of quitting now, let me just push 2 more months and then I'll see what happens 2 more months later. Because mind you guys, because we've built an audience, like let's say for me now, I've built an audience, which means that I'm getting a lot of offers right now from different companies, different things that would want to work with me in different types of ways. So I can quit and do something else, but is it in alignment with what I want to do? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. So a lot of people, I've seen them quit, and there's people that are watching this video, they are going to quit, and quitting comes in form of different excuses. You might say, oh no, I blew my account. Obviously you didn't respect your risk. You might say, oh no, I bought the signals from people, but it doesn't work. Anyway, you need to be able to be dependent of your own place, not someone else. You're gonna say, oh no, my watch, like you're blaming, you're just using excuses, and that's very normal. That's why quitters are a lot, because there's a lot of reasons to quit, and the only one reason not to quit is to have a bigger purpose and have that drive and love it. So the one thing that I want us to speak now on is the ugly truths about signals and as well courses. A lot of signal groups and gurus actually sell dreams. They do not sell their skill. I've seen this. I've been a victim myself, whereby I've gotten people that are selling, dreams and whatever the case is, and I've been in it. I've went through all that, and at the same time I've noticed that a lot of people till this day, there's people that are selling dreams, and you'd see them using normal things like lifestyle, and that is because of they know that that's what you want. Like if I know that you right now, you're gonna see me drive a Ferrari right now, and after you see me drive a Ferrari, then you're gonna be interested in whatever that I'm gonna say. Even if I'm gonna say this robot that I have here is working, let's say for instance, and I got it because of this Ferrari. I got this Ferrari because of it, and this robot is 20,000. There's a high chance you're gonna buy it because you're gonna think it's gonna give you that. But if I tell you the honest truth and I say it's hard work, it's me learning, it's me doing this, so you don't you just have to go through materials, courses, whatever the case, mentorship for you to get here. You might not buy into that because it's not attractive. It's not. It's hard. It seems hard. Like the easier one is that way that it was trained to. You just see a nice car. You see something that you don't even have to do anything. They say plug and play. You plug and then done. You feel like you're gonna be a millionaire. And truly speaking, guys, it never works that way. I need you to point out someone that has got it that easy. I'll show you someone that doesn't have it. But ultimately, where I'm going with this is that the only best things that are worth having are things that you stayed up nights for, things that you study, things that you've learned, because no one can ever take that away from you. If you have a skill, even if the worst case scenario comes, like right now, I lose everything. I lose my laptops. I've lost my laptops a lot, so many times. I've had people break into my house and steal my laptop. That's how bad things have been. But what I'm saying is that if you go through all that, losing laptops, losing, I can literally start with 2,000 and then I'll try to regain myself back to where I have to be, even if it takes me 3 months. It doesn't mean sometimes it's going to take me a day or two. It might take 3 months or a bit longer, but the ultimate thing is I need to be able to just stay focused on the mission. If you don't understand why a trade works, you will always rely on others. And that is the honest truth, guys. If you see yourself relying on others, you're going to go from receiver to mama, from that person to that person, from that person to that person. You're going to go to a lot of people. Why? Just because of the fact that you are believing and you are thinking that that is your breakthrough. But the honest truth is you need to rely on yourself. And you need to just invest in learning, not shortcuts. I'm not saying just go and buy my course, you're going to become a millionaire. No. Guys, me, I've personally invested in mentorship. I've spent a lot of money on myself. Right now, I know that if you come to me and say, how much have you invested in yourself? A lot of people, if I say, how much have you invested in alcohol or clothes? They'll say, I've invested like 500,000. And if I say, how much have you invested in yourself? Meaning that in a course, something that grows you. They'll say, no, like, nothing much, or maybe 5,000, or just 2,000, or just 1,000. And that's the sad thing, But anyways, that's why people are winning. That's why there's millionaires, there's billionaires, and that's why there's everyone else, because everyone else is willing to just be comfortable and do the bare minimum. And the ones that are winning are the people that are successful and that are going all in and that are believing in themselves, compared to just relying on other people. I've seen myself rely on other people, things to succeed or help me, and it didn't really go or work well. The final brutal truth is that, are you ready to be involved in an industry that is complicated, that is challenging, that has a lot of ups and downs? Like, it goes from literally on the personal side all the way up to the professional. Like, are you ready to go through? I remember when I started exposing how much I was making to just close people, like WhatsApp statuses, not even like on socials, like WhatsApp status, when I was making my first $100 deals. Because the honest truth is that if you can't handle pressure, losses, tough times, obstacles, like you won't be able to deal with this. It's more like entrepreneurship. I have people that are coming to me, like if something, let's say, negative happens, people will come to me and laugh and say, there's something bad is going on, and I'll be like like laugh at you because I'm growing. Like that's part of development. Like for you to know that you didn't do well this round is for you to run, see the results, and then see, oh, okay, I didn't do well. You can't laugh at me because I got third place on this run, but that doesn't mean I'll never run ever again. The only thing I'll have to do is I'm gonna sit, practice, so next round I'm gonna start getting second place. But it's easier for someone to sit at the stands and then laugh, or it's easier for someone to not trade and laugh when you take a loss. It's easier for someone that doesn't do much to be able to just laugh at the person that does much. Because why? Automatically when you feel, it makes them feel good about themselves because they see it as they are much more better position compared to you. But they don't know that you are going to overcome that because that's who you are. Like it's not meant to be there forever. Like with me, I'm meant for this because when I saw trading and when I understood the complexity and how tough it was, I loved how everything seemed. And for me, it made sense in terms of this is where I see myself at. I want to figure this thing out because I'm an entrepreneur. I love solving. I don't like problems. I like solving problems. A lot of people like problems. So the question that you need to ask yourself is that, do you always look for problems or are you a solution seeker? It is your boy Liswa Mutupu. If you happened to have found value from this video, make sure that you do like it and as well subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will see you on the next YouTube video.